Yes, roll number 27.
Yes, sir. Can I start?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to all. I am Shailaja Kanta Borate, roll number 27 from Pune district. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada Vidyapith conducted 16th faculty induction program from UGC MM TTC. I am introduced today's honorable speaker, Dr. Jivan Biradar, sir, who is an assistant professor of economics in the School of Economics and Commerce, MIT, with a teaching experience of more than 13 years. After completing his BA in Economics and Political Science, he did MA in Economics from University of Pune with second rank. After that, he completed his MPhil and PhD in Economics from Pune University. Prior joining MIT, he worked with one of the leading research institute in India in economics, Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics, GIPE, Pune. In Agroeconomics Research Center, AERC, where he worked as a research assistant, won more than 6 research projects sponsored by NABARD and Ministry of Agricultural Government of India for more than 2 years. He has completed one minor research project on e-banking challenges and opportunities in Pune city, sponsored by BCUD, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune. Recently, ICSSR granted rupees 1,60,000 projects for the study of preserving dignity of elder in India. He teaches microeconomics to undergraduates and managerial economics to postgraduates. His areas of research are banking, health insurance, rural development, agriculture, finance, and public policy. We are very gratitude to hearing his knowledgeable thoughts. Request to him to start the session. Thank you, Sirji. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam. Shailaja, Madam. Thank you for wonderful introduction. And
okay, thank you.
I'm audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is with a brief introduction. First of all, I would like to thanks to the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad, and this particular induction program. I think this one is 16th, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
16th faculty induction program, and
yes.
I can see maybe around 40 or a little more than 40 people are here. Of course, maybe many are senior than me, so I'm not very experienced person, but whatever I learned so far and whatever experience I got so far in my field, that I'm going to share and discuss with you all. Like, we all are teachers, and we always call ourselves a student of particular fraternity. Like, for me, I'm a student of economics, so I completed my education, but still I'm learning about my field. Similarly, you're also, some people maybe they are, just started their career. Maybe some they are at a middle or maybe they are senior. So my today's topic I given to them that is which is related with my research, related with my not exactly with a particular research, but in general my topic will touch upon what is the use of microdata for empirical research in economics. I don't know how many teachers are here from the economics background or economic subject, but even I will discuss other areas also, maybe commerce related, finance related. People they can also use or they can also get the information and knowledge about this particular topic. So with this, let me share my screen. I have a small PPT. So just give me confirmation whether it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is this is my topic, use of microdata for empirical research in economics. I use microdata for many years. So first we'll talk about what is microdata or why this microdata is becoming more and more important nowadays. Considering the fact that as an economics researcher or for that matter any field, we always do the research on particular aspect or particular economic agent. In economics we say economic agent, or maybe in some other area or in other subject you call particular person or particular individual. On that basically we do the research. So when we are doing research on that particular person or individual or economic agent, then basically sometimes we some people they never use that particular person's information, or they never touch to that person. They just check the macro level data and then they come with some conclusion, and then they maybe recommend or prepare their perception or understanding about the individuals. But nowadays it is because of technology and then availability of these type of data, more granular level data generation is happening. Maybe you can think about due to the social media and technology dissemination, collection of microdata become now it's very easy. Even for that matter, I can give the example, through the Instagram, through the, our Google review. Now it's generating the data. So the digital marketing, whole marketing, where this digital marketing is evolving very rapidly, there they are using that particular data. Again, I'm talking about the granularity or micro data. So what is exactly micro data? So first, I would like to give the information about the micro data. Micro, which economics teacher they know micro, where we talk about the individual. So unit level data, which comes from the individual, households or firm. That's basically we call the unit level data, or that is basically called the micro data. So when we are doing research on, for example, we wanted to know the digital skills of individual, or maybe digital skills of elderly people, then we need to ask some set of questions to that particular older person, that whether he is able to do the copy paste function or move file from one device to another device, or whether he is able to send the email, whether he is able to do the some banking or maybe bank transactions, or maybe whether he is able to prepare the presentations and so on. Like there are some set of questions which comes under this digital skills, that basically we need to ask to that individual. I'm talking about an individual, which individual who is above 60 age, because we are talking about the elderly person. So when we are asking to that individual whose age is above 60, then basically it is a micro data that we are collecting data from that one individual person. Now, if you are doing research on this digital skills in the India, and if you are saying maybe considering the macro level data, for example, UPI transaction in the country. So you take the RBI data, and RBI says like UPI transactions is day by day increasing tremendously, and then you come at the point that there is a increase in the digital skills, but this may not be true picture of individual, or this may not be give the true picture of rural area, or particular section in the rural area, or particular gender in the rural or urban area or in our society. And for that matter, you need to go to the at a individual level. And that's why, like, if you want to understand what are the problems of older people in using e-banking services, for example, UPI, that is phone pay. If you want to understand that, and if you come with this RBI data, then it's very hard to understand whether you are talking about a whole country, and then you are making perception or you are taking policy decision that yes, all people they are able to use the this phone pay, and there is no requirement to give the financial literacy or digital literacy or training to them. So we can frame the policy, we can maybe make a compulsory like these things. But this excludes some people from this particular aspect, because if you make the policy, and if you say like everything will be online and everything will be compulsory to everyone, and this decision you are taking on the basis of what? You are taking this decision on the basis of RBI macro data. What is that macro data? Daily transactions of daily transaction done by the UPI. But you don't know what these transactions are done by these older people, that is above 60 age people, or maybe this younger population. And that is why we require the individual data to come at with a good policy. That's why this individual. Second important unit in the micro data, that is a household. Now at a household level, now there is recent data this government of India published about consumer expenditure survey. And in that consumer expenditure survey, they came up with interesting fact. Now, with the macro data, they were already talking about this. There is a change in the consumption pattern, dietary pattern in the country, that more people they are going towards the aspirational consumptions and service oriented or service leads goods they are now demanding or they are consuming. But that's about the macro level. Now how they came with that conclusion? They came with the conclusion considering demand for maybe a car, demand for maybe durable goods, demand for maybe a durable goods, maybe TV, fridge and everything, or sales of these things. They came up with this idea that there is a change in the dietary pattern or consumption pattern. But that is not true about that is not showing the picture of each and or generally different households in the country. Now this may not be true about the lower income group household, or this may not be true about the rural people household. Their dietary pattern, their consumption pattern may not be true or may not be changing as changing in the urban area. Okay, I'm talking about the shift in the consumption pattern of household. Now if you are making decision or if you are coming with a particular point, considering the data from macro level, then this may not be true. And that is why we require the household level data.
तुम
Now that
जाने तुम्हारी
household
मैडम है,
level data,
हमने तो रिलीव कर दी इधर से तुमको।
नहीं, 2 घंटे बैठा मैं, एक मेथड का मारा करता जी, ये घूमेगा इनका भी वार्ड हमारे इधर आया।
शाम में रहता है प्रचार।
नहीं, शाम को ठंडी में बंद कर रहा
hello,
था।
शाम क्या लोगों के लिए तुम ठंडी देख रहे? अरे ऊन वाला पाऊस बघायचा नसतो उमेदवारांचा प्रचारासाठी।
शाम में
दुसरं
दूसरी सेटिंग चलती है।
शाम में
बैठा प्रचार रहता शाम में।
गणित
गणित तो बैठा प्रचार रहता।
uh,
टिंकू जी,
hello,
हाँ कॉलेज में आ जाओ। निकले क्या आप? चलो आ जाओ, मैं कॉलेज में इंतजार कर रहा हूँ।
coordinator or whoever is managing, can you ask to him to mute?
ओके ओके ठीक है, 3 लोग है क्या गेस्ट?
Hello,
ओके ओके ठीक है,
who is the admin?
आ जाओ।
मॅडम बोलत होते सर की मला मॅडम सरांच्या मागे खूप काम आहे.
Mr. Shivaji Suryavanshi, sir, please mute your mic.
सॉरी मैम, सॉरी।
Okay, thank you, madam. So I was talking about household level information, because household level information may be different for the rural area, may be different for the urban area, may be different for the lower income quantile, higher income quantile, and may be different in the North India, different in the South India, and so on. That is why we cannot come with some conclusion or some perception or some policy decision with considering the aggregate data. That is why this household. And similar, I can explain about the firm level data. Now, this firm level data means I'm talking about a manufacturing unit. Now, for example, I'm taking again the similar example. There is a change in the consumption pattern, that many people, they are consuming or demanding more service oriented goods. Now service oriented goods, and if we are coming with some manufacturing level data, and then we are saying like manufacturing level data more, you can even imagine, now service sector contribution into our GDP is more, so firms are getting more and more benefit. Various firms, they are in the profit, and that there is no problem to them. If this kind of conclusion we are making, then it is wrong, because it is from the macro level data. Now, to understand the firm problems, to understand maybe international level firm problem, or maybe to understand particular that particular sector firm problem, you need to have the firm level data. And again, firm level data means I'm talking about a unit level data. Like maybe for example, like over the period in last 20 years, maybe innovation and sustainability is now increase, okay, or product related to sustainability are increasing. Now, the product related to sustainability are increasing. This is very vague sentence or macro sentence. Now, firms, they have some compliances, they have some compulsion from the government bodies, or maybe sometimes from the consumer point of view also there are some compulsion. Now, because of that compulsion and because of that awareness about the sustainability related norms, if we are making assumption that all firm, or generally many firm, they are going for the sustainable related product, or they are producing without causing any harm to the environment, or they are following sustainability related norms. If you are making this particular perception, then it is wrong. Now, sometimes maybe this is okay, but if we want to make some particular decision, or if you want to, have some, granular information, insights, then you need to check or you need to get the data of these firms, whether what kind of sustainability practices, what kind of sustainability norms or practices they are following. That information, if you want, then you required the again firm level data. There is another one concept. This firm, I'm giving example of firms. There is one information that many firms in India, firms means I'm talking about the manufacturing firms. Okay, these firms are adopting digital technology, and now this is specifically become very common after this COVID-19, because everyone or many area this online things started. So we are assuming that all the firms or many firms, they are very good in terms of the digital presence, or maybe they are offering their product in the digital manner. They are taking order, selling their product, giving all information in the online. You can directly purchase from them and everything. But that is not true. You can imagine, if this is correct, then we should not have the Amazon, or we should not have the this Flipkart and so on. Because this Flipkart and Amazon, it is a platform where all these firms, manufacturers, they are getting platforms, and you and me, we are buying from the Amazon, but Amazon is not producing. The particular firm is producing. Now, whether that firm is having online presence, whether they are taking order in online or purchasing their inputs in online manner, whether they have the internet at their firm level, whether they are following these digital things at their industry or their firm, that we don't know. Okay, so considering that after COVID pandemic there is the increase in the online shopping, and then we are making assumption that many firms, they are producing in online manner. It is a wrong, and that's the reason, like, we talk about, or we think about always this unit level data. So I hope I have made my point, why we require the individuals, households, and firm level data, which basically gives the very good insights, granular insights. So ground reality and ground level information, that basically we get from the unit level data. And that's use of that unit level data into the empirical research that I'm talking about. So this is about what is micro data. Now let's talk about what are the micro level data. This micro level data at the three level. So first is, as I said, I explained about the household. Then now household level data means all information about the household. Okay, all information about the household means the particular individual will be there in the household, but many things are there at the household level. And if we are talking about a household level, like for example, whether that household is having access of broadband services. Okay, this is this information is definitely at a household level, not at an individual level, because this information is for that household. And similarly, we can think about whether the household is having, access of safe drinking water. Now, this safe drinking water is the facility which provided at the household level, not individual level. Okay. Similarly, you can think about household level, whether that household is having access of maybe good quality of road. Okay, good quality of road, or what is the distance, at what distance that household is having access of good quality of road. If it is within the 1.5 kilometer, or if it is within 1 kilometer, then it is called a good kind of condition about the road access, and then infrastructure. Then similarly, at a household level, whether that household is access with a primary healthcare center. Now, this is again household level information. So, like this, I'm just giving some example. Like this information will be collected or is collected at a household level. Means it is not required at an individual level, because when we given at a household level, then automatically all individuals, they are going to use that, right? Or for example, we want to know the family size, or household size for that matter. If we want to know the family size, and then maybe some kind of relationship we want to understand. For example, if you want to establish the relationship between health expenditure, okay, on particular disease and household size, there is definitely relationship between these two. Now, what kind of relationship? If you have the bigger household size, then health expenditure will be more, and then you can think about the requirement of health insurance. So that household size is again household level information. Okay. Then maybe social status of that household, that is again household level information. Then you can think about monthly per capita consumption expenditure. Now this monthly per capita consumption expenditure, or maybe you can think about monthly consumption expenditure. This can be calculated at the individual level also. So it's very simple, like if you have the mpc figure, like monthly per capita consumption expenditure figure, then whatever household size we are getting from that data, just divide by that. So you will get a per person monthly consumption expenditure. And this as a economics as a economic student, all we know, like how much importance of this monthly per capita consumption expenditure, which we take into account for the calculation of poverty. Maybe we take in terms of the calculation of this Gini coefficient, and then to understand the inequality and so on, right? So that household level information. Then second types of micro data which is available within that data. Okay, this individual level, sometimes individual level data will be also different. Like for example, World Bank, they conduct some survey. Now they conduct survey which related with a financial inclusion index. This financial inclusion index, they conduct this particular data, or they collect the particular data for a individual only. So in the whole world, they take the interviews of 1 lakh, I think 50,000 people. Okay, and from each country they decide some representative sample. And if you check in that data, from India, they taken or they take the sample around 3,000. Okay, and then like whole world, the sample size is 1,50,000. Now this 1,50,000 are not household, these are the individuals. Now what questions they ask? This is again individual, this is again unit level data. What they ask in the, I'm talking about the financial inclusion index data. So financial inclusion index data, this data they started collecting, I think first they collected in 2007, then 2013, then 2017, then 2000, recently I think 2021, and now they have released this 2025 data. So this 2025 data, they included 1,50,000 adult whose age is above 15 to I think 45 or 60 age. So they ask the information about the all related to banking, related to payment, related to saving, related to deposit, and related to mobile, related to internet. So everything, this particular data they collect related to fintech and finance, and then whether this is available to, like, what is the penetration of this credit card, debit card, then banking system, formal banking, what are the problems in that, and everything. Okay, maybe at the end of our presentation, maybe I will show that data, and then maybe questionnaire and everything. Even for that matter, I have published one paper also based on that with one of my students. I published one data, one paper on basis of that world global financial index data. So that's individual data. Okay. Similarly, in India, Government of India, Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation, they also collect the individual data. But most of the times, our ministry, our NSSO, that National Sample Survey Organization, they most of the times they collect the data simultaneously for the individual and for the household also. So that individual level data, and then last type of data is firm level data. So firm level data, most of the times it is about the manufacturing unit, and that's required for the various aspects to understand various activity which are going on in the country, maybe related to production, related to output and input, and then various raw material, their functioning, operations, and then remuneration, and so many things are there. Like in that we have organized, unorganized, then they have the like registered industry and so on. So related to that, maybe I will cover what kind of data they published specifically related with this firm level data. So that's so these are the three types of micro data which is available free of cost in the country. Okay, so if you are in the early career, or if you are thinking to start your first research paper, or maybe if you are thinking to write research paper, or maybe some people they have already started, or maybe you are publishing on these data, so they may understand like very easily what I'm talking. Then we have the what is the importance of this micro data in economics specifically? Why this micro data I'm talking, or what's the importance of this micro data? First important point is it's enable precise measurement. It gives the precise measurement. So precise measurement means now I told you I give an example at a macro level, right? But there is a lack, there is a limitation on that data. But if you want to know precise information or precise measurement, right, then you are helping or to help you, this micro data is there. Like for example, we want to, as we know, there is a very less penetration of health insurance in India, or you can say non-life insurance in the India, right? And you want to know the reasons, or you want to know which particular section, which particular area, which particular region in the country they are having less penetration of this non-life insurance, or maybe in specific in that health insurance. Now this data or this information you may not get from the macro level. Like why people are not taking health insurance, why people are not taking non-life insurance. Now this information if you want, or this type of study if you want to do, then the precise measurement if you want to do, then you require the micro level data. Or you think about some example from the agriculture sector. Like as we know, many farmers they are selling their product into the unorganized market, right? There is a organized market APMC, and then government and so on. But there is a unorganized market also, and many farmer they don't have access of this organized market agencies. Now, what is the reason? Or maybe You want to know why farmers are not selling their product to the this organized agencies. Okay, or you can think about like think credit access to the farmers, or maybe credit access to the particular section in the society, like women, they are having less access of digital payment card, or maybe women's they are having access of less banking services, or their financial inclusion is very less. Now, if you want to study about this, then you require the what are the challenges, what are the limitations, and what are the hurdles in access of banking services or financial digital financial services which faced by the woman, that that you need to study, and this only you can study when you start taking the help of micro data. So that's a very important information, that if you want to include financial inclusion of women, or if you want to increase the financial inclusion by women or gender specific, then for that matter you require the micro data. Then it's capture the heterogeneity. Now that it's capture the heterogeneity means what? This micro data now at a macro level, maybe at a state level or national level, you are saying we have achieved so many things, right? Or maybe we have achieved the tremendous progress. Maybe our like farmers income become double, or farmers are using many modern technology, or maybe like many people they are after COVID-19 they are taking health insurance, or maybe again after COVID-19 many people they are using phone pay, or maybe many people they are now with the digital skills. Now this digital skills is a very interesting part, which is becoming more and more important in the country. Like having knowledge to operate mobile means not digital skills, please remember. Okay, digital skills are beyond this operating mobile phones. So operating mobile phones means just he is able to call and then receive the call, and maybe he is surfing maybe YouTube or maybe some social media or using WhatsApp. Okay, this is one part. But digital skills, I'm talking about the skills. I'm not talking about the use of internet in mobile phone. Okay, so maybe this is possible to even 3 years or fourth year children's also. Okay, there is no there is no very great achievement in that. But beyond that, we are talking about the skills. So that digital skills, whether that digital skills are achieved, and specifically after COVID-19, we are saying like after COVID-19, many people started using the mobile, or this online shopping, online things, and now social media and everything, and now digital skills increased, or digital skills are improving in the country. This there is some heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means there is a differences. Maybe if you take the by the age, like whatever skills digital skills are having younger population may not be true with the older people or elderly adult, like after 45, this 45 to 60 and above 60 people, this may not be true. Then think about similar point, digital payment card, or maybe banking services, online banking services, this may not be true as urban area to the rural area problem are different, urban area problem are different. In urban area many people may be using this banking services, but in rural area problems are different, right? So that heterogeneity will not be captured by the macro data, or whatever aggregate data you are having, that may not be captured. Like for example, you are using maybe economic survey data or Ministry of Finance data, and that data is saying banks branches or various banks, they have increased their branches in the country, and now banking is everywhere. So maybe 95% or maybe 100% banking are everywhere. But that is not a true picture, right? So there is a ground reality is very different. If you check, or if you analyze this unit level data, I'm working on that unit level data. That is why I have these insights, and those insights are very different. Like 25% people, I'm saying people, not male or female, 25% people in the country still they don't have bank account. Okay, out of that, the 16% adult, 16% adult in our country, they don't have bank account. And if you take this, or if you analyze this percentage by the male and female, then there is a again very huge disparity. Again, if you take that by the maybe social group, maybe minorities and then other, then things are very, differentiating, or there is a huge inequality, huge gap. If you take similarly maybe different region in the country, southern region, eastern region, north region, central region, then things are very different. Now this capture, that heterogeneity captured by what? Captured by this unit level data, because now you have the unit level data. Now this unit level data giving the heterogeneity. Okay, so to capture heterogeneity in the different aspect, that's only possible because of unit level data. Similarly, I can talk about the farmers. In farmers, you like access of market. Like the farmers from the southern India and farmers from the north India, their differences in the use of market is very different. Or access of market, access of information, access of extension services is very different from the farmers in the Maharashtra, farmers in the Punjab, farmers in the Tamil Nadu, or farmers in the Orissa, or farmers in the West Bengal. Now, this heterogeneity is only captured by when you take the information from the some farmers from Maharashtra, some farmers from Bihar, some farmers from Punjab, some farmers from the Tamil Nadu. So aggregate level maybe shows the similar things, okay, maybe shows the homogeneity result, but that's not a true. So to capture heterogeneity, we require the micro data. Similarly, I'm working on the one of the paper which relate with the asset financial asset holding. Now this is very interesting. In 2019, the Ministry of Statistical Program and Implementation, they published one data on the date and investment survey. Or it is called the All India Data and Investment Survey. So every after 10 years, they publish the data. They started first in 1972, and after every 10 years gap, they publish this data, which capture the information related to debt and investment and various aspects in the rural and urban area. Now I'm working on the data, but on this data, and just we wanted to know, like, what is the pattern, or what is the what kind of financial assets are holding in the India. So I started analyzing, and then we found very interesting result. We are finding very very different result in the rural area. Financial asset holding is very concentrated towards the bank deposit, and some other like precious material, precious metals and golds and those things. Gold is also very liquid, that's why they taken into the financial assets. Whereas in the urban area, things are very different. In urban area, there is very less inequality. Like there is a diversification of this financial asset holding in the urban area. And when you take the whole picture of India, then results are very different. So for whole India, which is not reflect into urban India data or rural India data. There is a heterogeneity. And moreover, if you go into the deeper, and my interest in that is we wanted to understand how this digital payment access is impacting on the diversification of financial assets. So, in that, one of the aspect is how many people or what percentage of people they are investing or they are exposed with this share market in the rural area, in the urban area. Okay. Then similarly, I wanted to know whether like how many people or what percentage of people they are depositing or they are keeping their money in the deposit account in the rural area and urban area, and then relationship with the that digital finance access. Okay. So we are getting very interesting result, and that's giving the heterogeneity result, and that heterogeneity gives you very important insights about the financial asset holding. Okay? And then over the period how it is changing as per the increase in the technology or changes which is happening in the technology, this result or this type of information we get only if we are use the micro data. Then, of course, which now why to do this or why we are all doing this? Of course, for the personal achievement and then publishing research paper is one part, but this evidence support to the policy making. So we were doing one ICSR project, right? In my introduction, they talked about recently ICSR. They given one project to us, and we were understanding how to preserve the dignity of elderly people in the Maharashtra. And we visited like more than 3-4 district in the our Maharashtra, and around 3 to 4 thousand people we met, and we discussed like what are the challenges, like what are the limitations specifically in access of social security schemes, like government is providing pensions to them, some healthcare related facilities, some household related facilities, then food related facilities they are providing specifically old people. Then what kind of problem they are facing in access of all these. So we got a very very insightful information. Now, if you are very, maybe if anyone is from your family or known person who is getting pension under the, government schemes, and then, or maybe like if you know about these schemes, then you will agree with me. There is this DBT going on, direct benefit transfer. Okay, so government of India started this direct benefit transfer into the beneficiary account, and for that, the whoever is the individual, whoever is the beneficiary, he need to do the registration, verification, this Aadhaar card, PAN card, and everything with the bank. They need to link, and then direct benefit, that amount will credited into his bank account. Now, when we visited many areas, many people, when we talked, then literally they are facing lots of problem related to this digital skills. So I just talked about earlier about the digital skills. Now, one side, government want to decrease the corruption in the these type of schemes, but another side, there is a problem with this beneficiary, these old age people. Means imagine whoever is above 60 right now, they even very rare population or very rare percentage of people they know how to use the mobile phone. Okay, I'm talking mobile phone, not smartphone. Because smartphone we people are using, we are the smart, so we are using smartphone, but even they don't know how to use the that older phone. And then we got the information many from the many people that we don't know how to send the OTP, how to check the balance, or whether there is a amount credited in my bank account, or how to link that with the Aadhaar card and PAN card and that validation everything. I don't know, so I given to my son or maybe some my relative, and then they started using, even they started withdrawing money, and then they are getting benefit, not the beneficiary, actual beneficiary. So this micro level data, okay, micro level data gives the lots of insights to the policymaker. So in our project, we written to the this ICSR that before starting this type of DBT or something like this, we need to give some training. We need to at least give some training. We need to establish some kind of process or some kind of procedural norm to the government officials, and then of course individuals, or maybe we need to do this in phase manner, or maybe we need to give some campaign kind of things, and then hand holding to the older people, because they don't know how to use that technology, how to do all this validation and everything, or why they are not getting benefit, or suddenly some names are removed and so on. Okay, so this is one example, but in many area you can use this unit level data, micro level data, to suggest some policy decisions, or to, and this is evidence based, because we you have the evidence, you have the this micro data in your hand, and that data you can use for the suggesting some policy, like government can maybe improve in terms of the policy, maybe in terms of the implementation of policy, or some aspects of that policy. This kind of policy decisions, or this kind of policy suggestions you can give if you work on this micro data. Okay, then question comes about the, like maybe you are thinking, like, so far I'm explaining from the last maybe 40 minutes, I'm explaining about this micro data importance type, and then many examples I'm giving. Then maybe you are thinking, it's okay sir, everything we understand, but where is that data? What is the source? Are we able to see that, or can we see that data, can we use that data, or can we get access of data? Because you understood so far everything from the microdata, but if we want to do some research on that, then can we get that data, can we able to see the data, can we download that data? My answer is yes. You can download free of cost. There is no money to this these data. Okay, very limited data where you need to provide, where you need to do the subscription. Okay, but very huge data, 99% data is free of cost available. Okay, and that is why only I am explaining to all of you that this micro data is very rich source to understand, or to write research paper, to write evidence-based research paper in economics. So these are the sources like NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. Then we have the NFSH data, National Family Health Survey. Then I talk about this All India Data and Investment Survey. These are the some example, but there are many type of data, which this Ministry of Statistical Program and Implementation they are publishing. Then they have this All India Survey of Industries. Then they have human development related data, Indian human development related data. Then they have some other type of data also related to the stock market. Then we have the Reserve Bank of India data. Reserve Bank of India also they publish unit level data. Then at the international level, I came across so far 4 5 agencies, but usually I know this World Bank and OECD data is available, other type of data also available, but I'm not aware about that. Maybe you can search. Maybe if you are from science background, if your area is science subject, particular subject, then maybe some source of unit level data, maybe you better know than me. But these are the some data which is available to you free of cost. So what we will do, we will visit each website, okay, and then I will show you where is that data available and how you can download and how you can use that data in your research paper. Okay, so I will stop sharing this file and I will go to that particular website and I will show you. So the procedure to access that data is you need to go to the first Google. Okay, so is this visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So on Google, you just type MOSPI. MOSPI is Ministry of Statistical Program and Implementation. This is our ministry. MOSPI, Ministry of Statistical Program and Implementation. So here we have the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Click on this. Then it will take you to that ministry. Okay. So here we have the ministry information. And I think from 2016, they have made this data available free of cost to researcher. Okay. So now here that the information is available at the aggregate level. Here you have that information like frequently search information. So you can search about any point any time here. That will take you to particular data, like for example consumer price index, or maybe PLFS data, or maybe annual survey of industry data, or ASUI data, and so on. I will take you one by one. Then when you scroll down here, you have the national account statistics, GDP data, all everything, gross domestic product, state domestic product, and everything. Here you have the industry statistics. Industry statistics, it is about the industry related data. Census, economic census are here. Then here you have the price statistics, consumer price index, inflation, then inflation rate and everything they have given. At the then scroll down. Here you have the data visualization. Now this e-Sankhiki is recently launched, where you can get the data about particular things. Okay. Now, but my suggestion is don't go to this right now, because if you know this website, or if you know this particular ministry in detail, then only go to the e-Sankhiki. Like I know many types of data, so if I want quick some data, then I search here. Okay, but you start with this data. Here they have written the micro data. Okay, when you click on this micro data, then it will take you to another website. Okay, another website of this ministry. I think that website may not be visible to you, so I will stop sharing. And that new website which open, when I clicked on that I'm sharing. So when I clicked on that, then this particular website opened. Okay. Now, here it's written an online microdata library. Okay. Here you have these tabs. Okay. These tabs are, they have made these tabs to just, summarize the things, like whatever this Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation, they are, collecting the data that they have given over here. So around 1,178 surveys and different censuses also they have given here. So I talk about this household consumption expenditure. I talk about the index of industrial production. I talk about this enterprise survey. I talk about this land and livestock holding survey. I talk about this periodic labor force survey, annual survey of industry. Firm level data is here. Here you have the household level data. And here again you have the economic agent level data. Here you have the household level plus individual level data, and there are other surveys also. Okay, so we'll go one by one. I will click on the annual survey of industries. When you click on the annual survey of industries, it will take you to another website where like every time it will open the different tab. So this is the annual survey of industries data, and here you have the around 52 entry. So far they have conducted many rounds, many annual surveys. This is annual survey, so every year they conduct the data and they collect the data. Okay, so recent data related to annual survey of industry is 2023-24. Now, if you click here, okay, you will get this information. So this is created on September 30th, 2025. Okay, last modified October 3rd, 2025, and so far this is page views. So far these many people they have viewed, and here you have the information. So this is survey number, title, then this is abstract, and then here the scope. Scope means what things they have included. That's the scope. Okay. So what are the things included into this annual survey of industry? So here you have the information about particular industry. You have information about fixed capital, working capital, number of employee, wage and salary, fuel consumed, discrepancy, fixed value, net value added, total enrollment, total input, and total output. So if someone is doing PhD on this topic, if someone is doing some research on this topic, or if someone is planning to write some research paper on related to industrial economics, then this is very rich source for you. Okay, and then you have the this information. Now you will be surprised to know like how many industries they have collected the data. So here you have the data dictionary. In the data dictionary you have the information. Okay, so basically, I'm just assuming like maybe you are planning to complete your PhD, or you have completed PhD, or maybe you have the experience. So from that point of view, I'm assuming and I'm giving this information. So in PhD, or whenever we collect the data, then we go with the questionnaire, like so, or schedule. That schedule we ask, and then we collect that data. In the schedule, in the questionnaire, we make the many part. Okay, different part we add. Like maybe so first part we add the background of that person or that household, then household information. If it is agriculture, then we ask about the crops, and then we ask about the depending upon the which kind of study you are doing. So in questionnaire, we maybe include 4 or 5 sections. Okay, that 4 or 5 sections basically they follow in any schedule. So here we have that annual survey of industry, and in the annual survey of industry, they have different part. So here you will get that schedule. So here this is their report. Okay, after conducting all the information, they have the after conducting this survey they collected, and this is they have the schedule. When you click on this schedule, then it will be open. Okay, I don't know whether it is visible. No, wait. So what I will do instead of this, I will share the whole screen. So you will get the idea every time I'm switching thing. So I will share the whole screen. So whatever I do here, it will be visible to you. Okay. Is this visible now? Schedule that questionnaire. Is visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when I click on that schedule, this came. Okay, this is open. So look, this identification particular means from which state, district code, sector code, rural, urban, and then particular factory information. Okay. Then second, this is first part. Then in the second page, on second page they have working capital and loan. Then they have here information gross value and discrepancy net value, types of asset. Then they have information about the this enrollment and labor cost. Then they have other expenses, then other output and receipt and everything. Okay. Then they have indigenous input item consumed and so on. Now, this information they have collected here, okay, and they have got the data. So, how many firms they have visited, okay, or how many firms they have the data with them. Here is the information, and that information basically will be helpful to you. So around I think 68 lakh 68,641 is the total firms which they collected the data from all over the India. So this number represent the all over India. 68,000 firm information is available. Okay, and then you can analyze this in detail. Whatever area of research you are following, that you can use this data. This I talk about the annual survey of industry. This is firm level data I explained. Now we'll go with the next one. Okay, that annual survey of industry I explain. Then we'll go with this household consumption expenditure survey. So in the household consumption expenditure survey, as I said, recently they have changed the this dietary pattern, consumption pattern I was talking. So there is a change in the dietary pattern and consumption pattern, and their findings are on basis of this data. So household consumption expenditure survey. So you have the here household consumption expenditure survey. They have collected, they have published this data on 22nd April 2025, and data is available here. If you go to the data directory, then you will get the how many samples, how many household they have visited. This 2,61,000 households they have visited. Okay, maybe in rural area 50% and urban area 50%, something like that around, but in whole India 2,61,953 household data they have collected, and that data is available to you. Okay, now you might be surprised, like this is the data available and this is a free of cost data, but still we are not using. Okay, this happened because we don't have the awareness about this. Many people, if you means I'm not the first person who know about this. You can search about this data, household consumption expenditure survey, or you just type in the Google research paper using National Sample Survey Organization. Okay, we'll try this. For example, just 1 minute. I don't know. So, for example, and this is Google, and then I'm just typing research paper using NSSO unit level data. Okay, we are talking about a unit level data. So if you click on this, then okay, sorry, we need to go to the, I think, Google Scholar. On Google Scholar, we will get the all the papers. So if you click on the Google Scholar and if you type here, look, I'm just showing this I don't know whether you have came across till date or not. Look, so First paper, estimation of district level poor household in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India by combining NSSO survey and census data. Then, multidimensional poverty in India, an analysis based on NSSO unit level data. Okay. Then, growth and poverty, estimating regional dimensions with unit level data. Okay. And then so on. Like here, one of the data, ICT as an enabler of knowledge-based economy and empirical investigation in India based on NSSO data. Okay, you can search about me also. You will get 4 or 5 paper which I use this NSSO data. Okay, then characteristics and status of growth of micro manufacturing enterprise in West Bengal and analysis based on the NSSO unit level data. Okay, in similarly you can think about like if you want like whether this type of research published in the various research like Scopus index paper. So I have this Scopus access. I will show you over here like NSSO. Okay, NSSO. If I just uh, search, I'm searching in the Scopus. Like our university, they give the Scopus database access. So check. Okay, staying being found NSSO. Okay, sorry. We'll check in the article title NSSO. So how many papers? 54 paper in which title it is written NSSO. Look, morbidity and perceived health status among elderly in Eastern India. Some observation from NSSO data. Rural urban differentiations in prevalence of non-communicable diseases and its contextual determinants in India. NSSO data. Health shock, vulnerability and coping mechanism of poor household in Eastern India. Okay. Does access to veterinary department and cooperative for technical advice improve livestock farming, farms income? Evidence from NSSO data. Self-selection and private return to education in India. Okay. Then analysis of consumption pattern of livestock product and its demand elasticity of Indian household. Evidence from NSSO data. So I just wanted to show you that yes, on the basis of this particular data, many people they are doing research and they are publishing very well in many good research, good research journal. Okay. So this I talked about the 2,61,953 household data, and how many individuals are there? In that, I think near about 11 lakh 7,221 individuals are available. Okay, so if this huge data is available to you, okay, then use this data for your research. So 2,61,000 household data is available with you, or if you take by the individual, then 11 lakh 7,000 individuals data is available. I'm currently I'm analyzing around 10 lakh people's data. Okay, and this is free of cost data. For our PhD, we use 300, 400 or maximum 500 to 600 sample, and we visit individuals. We take the we collect the data, we input into the Excel and then software, and then we analyze and then we get the PhD. Now many people they are doing PhD on this data only. So as a researcher, as a teacher, if you want to start writing paper or if you want to excel in the research, then this micro data is very good option. Only what you have to do, the things are required here that to get download. So here when you click, then these are the things you need to download. Okay, and here they have given the all information. So in this, even they have given the YouTube link also how to use that data. And then here to get micro data, actual data, how you will see the actual data. Here is the actual data. Only requirement is here you need to do the registration. Now this registration is free of cost. You need to give them, you need to give these details, and then you will get after 1 or 2 day, after 24 hours or maximum 2 day, they will give access to you. Okay, and it is free of cost. Only you need to show your identity, like you are the teacher, you are the PhD scholar, and whatever identity you have related to academics. And then you need to use every time whenever you download this data, then you need to give them assurance, or you need to give them information like why you want this data. Why you want this data means for research purpose. And then of course, as we know, in the research ethics we always give the citation, so you need to cite. That's no harm. If they are giving this big data available to you, and they're collecting, and then they are giving this data to you to do the research, then just cite that this data is taken from the this particular NSSO survey, and then unit level data is taken from them. You mention in the reference, you mention in the your research methodology, and so on. Okay, so that's about the I talk about the registration. Okay, then so household consumption expenditure survey. Then you have the economic census. Economic census data is available. If anyone want to know, okay, if anyone is thinking like household consumption data I talked, and if anyone want to know, like, can you show us the data, sir? If anyone is interested, I can show you that data. I have downloaded, and then I have literally that data with me, and I'm working on that data. If anyone is interested, or if anyone is not trusting me, or if anyone is thinking, no, no, sir is telling there, and we are, just listening, sitting at our office, our college, or at home, or wherever you are sitting, it's not like that. I'm literally saying it is a true fact. You can use that data, and you can use that data for your research purpose. Okay. Then you have the economic census data. Economic census data is related to some different aspects. So this data again they conduct every after 10 years. 1990 they first conducted, and recently I think they have conducted sixth economic census in 2013 and 14. So that data is also available here. Then we have enterprise survey. Here, enterprise survey, under this, I talked about the firm level data. So enterprise survey. So now recently they have started this type of data. They are collecting this type of data. Annual survey of unincorporated sector enterprises. This unincorporated means which not comes under the Company Act. So this is basically, in another word, we can say unorganized sector enterprises data. Okay, so this unorganized sector data they are collecting, and they are publishing that data also. Then we have this earlier it was related to earlier round in 2015-16 they published under this category unincorporated non-agriculture enterprise. But instead of that, now they started this annual survey of unincorporated sector enterprise. Then again we have the this unorganized manufacturing, and then so on. So this data is available. So you can think, if your area of research is related to industrial economics, you can think about this. Now here is we have very interesting, and nowadays it is in the every day it is in the news, or every week it is in the news. Periodic labor force survey. So recently, there is a very big debate is going on. As an economics teacher, or maybe as a social scientist, you must aware about this, that there is a decrease in the female labor force participation in the India. Okay, and which is now why this female labor force participation decreasing is a matter, because as a development this should increase. There should be increase in the female labor force participation, but contradictory, or maybe paradoxically this is decreasing, and this decrease is happening in the urban area. So many economists they are thinking, they are doing research on this, and the major source of data is this one, that is periodic labor force survey, key employment unemployment indicators. Okay, so the research question I have told you, you can search about that. So on basis of this periodic labor force survey, many research papers are published and this data is now available. Now related to this periodic labor force survey, they have started publishing that every after quarters. So in a year, sorry, not quarters, every month. So every month they are giving information. I can show you here. Yes, recently they have. If you go to the press release, under the press release, you will see here recently. Yes, here. So for the month of November, so December is still waiting. So press note on periodic labor force monthly bulletin. So monthly bulletin they are publishing, and under that they give the all information. What is the unemployment rate? What is the employment rate? What is the labor force participation rate? What is female and male labor force participation rate? Then I think they give the information about the weekly status of employment, then monthly status of employment, casual labor, primary source of employment, secondary source of employment, and so on. So this data is now becoming more and more. This is very rich data, and they are publishing this data very frequently now. Annually, they are publishing. Earlier, under this particular name, employment and unemployment data, earlier before 2016-17, because this particular annual data they started from the 2016 and 17 onward. Earlier they used to publish this data every after I think 7 or 8 years. So employment and unemployment situation in the country. But after 2016-17, they started publishing this data every after 10, one annual year. Means every year they are publishing. So what this data is giving information. So here we have the data directory, and in the data directory, how many households they are visiting? 1,01,957,000. 1,01,957 household they are visiting every year, every quarterly, and they are collecting the data on the 38 variables. And at a personal levels means individual level, they are collecting around 4 lakh 15,000 people's data. So this data is not different from each other. Remember, okay. So this 4 lakh 15,000 people are basically from this household. So, for example, if they visit in the household and if they found that maybe 4 people in the household, then all 4 people information they get. So that is why this personal level data is bigger than the household level data. But this is similar data. Remember, these persons are from these households. Then the similar again, you can download this data. You need to now there is no need to register again, only one time registration, and then they will give the password and ID, and based on that password and ID you can use that data anytime. Only every time you need to tell them what purpose you are using the data. Okay, and then remember, as I said, you need to give the citation. This is very important because you are using that data, so you need to cite them. That data is taken from the Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation, Periodic Labor Force Survey, Key Employment Unemployment Indicator for January 2024, December 2024, Government of India, New Delhi, Government of India, 2024. Likewise, okay, whatever reference style you are using, that in that manner you need to mention in your reference. Okay. Now, this is you have the periodic labor force survey data. Then you have I talk about this. So earlier it was the employment and unemployment data. Okay, so if someone is doing research in the labor economics or related fields, then this data is very rich. And if you have, or if you want to know, or if you want to, if you have some research question related to labor force survey in India and maybe about the labor market in India, then this data is very rich. Earlier, they used to publish, as I said, before 2016-19, 16-17, they used to publish data under the employment and unemployment survey. Okay, that is why you will see here last data they published in 2011-12, and they were going to publish in the 2016-17, but there were some problem, and that is why they converted that into the periodic labor force survey. And after 2016-17, they are publishing periodic labor force survey. Okay. There is some now if you have some doubt or if you have some queries whether this data is comparable with the recent data, then you need to go into the whole report in detail, because every time slightly changes they are doing. Okay, so maybe 95% or 90% everything remains same, but as requirement, as per the time change, they add some or they delete something. So you need to go into the older data also and new data also, and then you can compare. Like if you are comparing like labor market condition in last 20 years, then you require the earlier data also. In that case, you need to check that questionnaire, what things they have added, what things they have deleted, and what kind of measurement they have changed and earlier. So this you need to check, and then you need to mention in your research paper or in your PhD or wherever you are using. Okay, so this is about the this employment and unemployment. Then you have the land and livestock holding survey. So agriculture, frequently I use this data. So if anyone is interested in the agriculture sector research, rural area research, then this data is very useful. So this is recent data. I have published, I think, so far 3-4 paper, and 4-5 paper are in pipeline. So you can check about me maybe in the Google Scholar or maybe in on some other platform. Like this is the recent data, land and livestock holding of household and situation assessment of agriculture household. So this data I used for my recent paper. Recently, I published 4-5 paper based on this data. So not just one aspect, but I taken, I think, 4-5 aspects. So first I published on data, what is the determinants of this Kisan credit card. Then we published one paper based on this extension services in India, farmers' use of extension services. Then I published one paper related to type of crop, extension services, and access of market. And now one of my PhD students, she is working on the agriculture insurance. Again, she is using the similar data. Okay, so many PhD scholars also using this unit level data, which is free of cost. Now, this data is easily available and easily access to you. So someone asked me sometimes back last year or couple of years back, like if this data is huge, like for example in this particular round, they have collected data from the various households. So how many households are there? 58,000 household, farmer household, because this data is only for the rural area. So 58,000 farmers data is available. So she asked me, sir, for the PhD, I heard we can use the 300 or 400 samples or 500 max. So can we take that 300 or 400 or 500 out of this 58,000? Then my answer is no. Now why? Because this 58,000 data is representative data. Okay, that is why out of this, in what criteria you are going to take that 300 or 500? That's very much questionable. Now, someone will say, I will take this 300 or 500 from Maharashtra. No, because maybe out of this 58,000 household, Maharashtra representing 9,000 household data. Now, out of that 9,000, why you are selecting only 3 or 400 data? What is the basis of that? How you will convince your methodology, or how you will, write your methodology that out of 9,000 sample in the Maharashtra, I have taken 3 or 400. And over and above, why requirement to 3 or 400 if data is available so big? 58,000 data, whatever you are going to do for the 300 or 400, apply to 58,000. Because you are not going to collect the data. 300, 400 data, like when you are collecting, then it's very difficult task. But data is already available. It is collected. Right, data is already collected, only you have to do the analysis of that data. So analysis of data is very simple, like for 300 if you are doing analysis, this can be scaled up to 58,000 household. That is why my answer to those people, if you have this point in your mind, can I take 300 or 400 data out of this? Then no, because data is already there. Now you take whole data and then analyze. Now, there are some possibility. Like for example, your research is based on only agriculture insurance or crop insurance. Now, this 58,000 farmer, out of this 58,000 farmer, maybe 5,000 farmer, they are taking crop insurance because crop insurance penetration is very less. Okay. Now, in that case, what you have to do? You should not use the 58,000 data because your research question is related to agriculture insurance, and agriculture insurance is used by, or that data represent this 9,000. So in that case, take a 9,000. There you can say like, yes, I can use the 9,000 data. There is another one point, like there is one aspect. They asked one question about soil health card. Okay, there is soil health mission, government of Maharashtra, and under that they distribute the soil health card, and not just distribute, but they give the advices also, and then whether it is implemented or not, that information also they collect. So if your research is based on this point, if you are doing research, what is the use, or what are the determinants and use, access and use of this soil health card in India? Then in that case, as I know this data, that's why I'm telling you the numbers. Okay, so just around 800 or 1,000 farmers in India out of this 58,000. Okay, remember, you should not be under impression that in whole India 10,000 people only having the soil health card. No, we are talking about a sample. So I hope you understand the meaning difference between sample and population. Okay, and this sample is representative. So out of this 58,000 household, there is only around 1,000 sample which having access of soil health card. In that case, if your research question or if your research is around soil health card, then you can use that only 1,000 sample. Okay, this is my advice. Okay. I just want to know from maybe admin or anyone. Can we take a 5 or 10 minutes break?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay, so we'll take break of 10 minutes and we'll start at 4:40.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
आता काम चालू ना भाऊ.
Okay, can we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was explaining about this land and livestock. Land and livestock holding of household and situation assessment of agriculture household in India. Okay, so I was talking about a soil health card research, related research. Then in that case, you can take the this 1000 data for your research, but you need to mention why you have taken 1000 only. Okay, but if your research is if your research question is related with something else, then you need to take the whole data. Most of the times we take the bigger data or more data. Okay, then we have some other surveys also. I will show you this and then we'll go back to our presentation point. Okay, the similar kind of data is available even for at World Bank level data. I explained. So this is recent data they have published. I think August 2025. When they published this data, there were news about increase in the private expenditure on education. Okay, specifically tuition fees, private tuition fees, and private expenditure on education, primary education specifically. Okay, so those news were based on this particular data. So if you are following any good newspaper, then in that newspaper usually wherever this data published, then they cover those news and maybe related some findings or related things they cover sometimes. If you look at the like today's or yesterday's business, this the Hindu paper. In the Hindu paper, they have given information about this recent household consumption expenditure survey and findings. So likewise, I get to know what are the new report and data published. And similarly, you can also follow, and similarly, you can also think to update yourself related to your field, related to the research and data. So this is comprehensive modular survey on education. If you are researching on a primary education or secondary education, quality of primary education in country or expenditure on primary education in rural India, in urban area, then this data is very good. Then this data they published in I think June. This is August. In June they published this data. It is about the internet. It is about the digital skills. It is about the what percentage of people in India using smartphone, this phone pay, and then online banking transaction and so on. There is this is a very interesting survey they conducted. So I would like to show you this data. What exactly? This data, this is third in the series. First, they published, they tried, just as a model in 1998. Then in 2019, they published the first full-fledged data, time use survey, and 2024, January, December, during that period, they conducted this time use survey. And they published this time use survey is talk about how people in India are using their time. So they consider 24 hours like from 4 a.m. to next 4 p.m. next day 4 p.m. and based on that they publish the data. So this time use survey is very interesting, and I think based on this 4 5 papers so far, as per my understanding, as per my knowledge, 4 5 paper has been published, and very interesting paper are published. So you can check this data. This data is also very rich, around 1,39,000 households data is available. So basically, they taken this 24 hours clock, and they have divided this 24 hours in the 30 minutes slab, and accordingly they asked to the individuals and household people like how you use that each 30 minutes. Okay, and then they came up with the idea. This data specifically annually conducted in the developed country, how people are using their time over the period. To trace that, they conduct this survey. Now in India also, now they are conducting this frequently. This is very good things, right? So how people are using specifically this, some study I found, this 2019 comparison of 2019 and 2024. So before COVID-19, after COVID-19, maybe like people are talking, or maybe they are thinking like COVID-19 changed the many things in the country. Now people they are spending more time with the family than for their self health care, and then people become more self health conscious and so on. So this type of research question, if you have in your mind, then this data you explore, and then you will get the true evidences related to that. Then persons, 10 lakh persons data is available. So out of this, in the household, this 1,39,000 households they visited and they collected data. And the person, if you look, then 10 lakh 21,000, that information is available here. And then interestingly, very interesting facts they ask into this particular survey. So if you are interested in this, okay, then please go to this particular aspect. Many research papers which are published recently on the basis of this, they are talking even about the how women in the country or females in the country are engaged in the low paid job, or maybe unpaid job activity. Okay, or maybe unpaid job activity means they are taking care of children, they are taking care of family, they are taking care of older people, but their status and then their contribution into economic development is not counted. And many other things came across or came into highlight due to this research from the time use survey. Then there is a this I talk about this 2019. Then they published this comprehensive annual modular survey also. They recently they even published this Ayush data. So this Ayush, there is a Ayush ministry, and they wanted to know the information about yoga and Ayush, Ayurvedic and everything related to that. So they conducted this particular round in 2022 and 23, and now that information is also available. If someone is interested related to this topic, then they can use this data to understand how many people or what percentage of people they are doing yoga daily, or maybe pranayam, and then other related things and so on. So this data is also very rich. Then multiple indicator survey, debt investment survey we talk about. Then survey of person with disability. If someone is working in the disability, before this starting our lecture, I was discussing with one of my student. She is working on this mental disability, mental illness in the country. So we were using this data. We were talking about how to use this data and how to estimate expenditure, and then what hurdles, what problems the people are facing with a disability. So if someone is working on this area, so please use this data. This data is available to you. Then there is like we are in the another other type of survey, drinking water, sanitation, hygiene and housing condition data. This they published in 2018-19. So these are the basic needs like drinking water. I talk about the safe drinking water. So what kind of safe drinking water is available in the country, what quality, what are the determinants, then sanitation, hygiene, and then housing condition. This is called a wash, WSHH. Okay, that condition, these are the very basic necessity of the people, whether they are getting enough in a quality manner or not, and what are the determinants, what are the hurdle, what are the challenges they are facing. That you can, if you research, or if you are if you have some research question related to this, you can use this data. Okay, then this is related to health and education. If your research is focused on the particular part of health, and then like there are many type of research which is going on the health. For example, Ayushman Bharat, this government of India new initiative related to insurance, and then covering the people under this Ayushman Bharat. If you want to know related to those, and then if you have some research, or if you have some research question, you can use this data. Then related to education, and then many I talk about this time use survey in 1998. So many type of data is available. Now it's up to you, like what kind of data, or how you are going to use. So this is one point about I have shown the data. In similar way, I would like to show you this World Bank data also, and then we'll go quickly. There are some other part also, so that I would like to show you World Bank micro data. So you need to type World Bank micro data, and if you click on this micro data library, then the data is available here. Okay, so just 1 minute. So the data I was talking about, this particular data, World Bank Enterprise Survey is available. Then Financial Inclusion Index database. I was talking about this. Living standard measurement studies are also available. I was talking about financial inclusion data. So financial inclusion data, global financial index, recently they have conducted in 2025, and that data is also available free of cost. Now the similar procedure, you need to register, you need to show your identity, and they will give you the access after sometimes. Okay, this is for whole world. Similarly, you can download for any country. You can download for India, you can download for China, you can compare the China India, you can download for Bangladesh, you can download for America, you can download for any country, or you can download this also for the whole country, and then you can analyze that data in detail. Again, data description, if you click, then you will see, you will observe here how many cases are there. 1,44,000. I talked about this, like, so this is individual data. It is not a household level data. Around 199 variables data they have conducted, and very rich data is available. So this data also I have used in my research. One of the paper I have published based on this. So mainly, I use this primary data for my research. That is why I specifically selected this topic, where I'm talking about how you can use the micro data. Just a minute. So I will share my PPT, because remaining part also we need to cover, which is available there. So this is one part, like I have shown you where is that data is available and everything. But the data, in whatever manner that data is available, that you need to use in very clarity manner. So it's not very easy, or it's not very simple that data is available. So start making the table. It's not like that. First, maybe 3-4 months it will take to you to understand the data. Okay, to understand the data, that's most important part. I'm saying first 3-4 months it will take to understand the data. because that data is huge and it is available in the numbers. Okay, so number cannot speak anything. You need to give the interpretation. And if you want to interpret that data, if you want to give the in meaning to that data, then first you need to understand that data. And for the understanding data, you must understand what is that report, what that particular NSSO report or World Bank reports talk about. So mostly wherever they publish this type of data, they publish one report with that, which is a summary kind of things. So that report you need to read in detail. That's most important part. Okay. So whichever area you are going to work, now whatever I shown, I'm not saying like you used many, but you start with one. Okay, whichever is your interested area, choose that and then accompany with that data. There are report based on that data. They have published the report. Like for example, 2018 farmers data. If you take, then they have published the all the summary table. Okay, for example, agriculture finance, agriculture extension services, Kisan credit card. One table you will get, only one table or two table, and then one or two paragraph information. Now, based upon that, you need to develop your research question and develop your own research paper or PhD thesis. Because it's just a summary. That summary, first you understand summary and then you need to start with your journey. So my suggestion is decide the area, okay? Or if you are not decided area, then explore as many as possible report, and whichever reports you understand and create a curiosity among your mind or in your mind. Okay, then discuss with some expert, maybe your seniors, maybe your, if you are doing PhD, discuss with your mentor, your supervisor or your colleague, and then start searching about that particular idea, some literature. Okay, review of literature you need to do. Now, related to this data, I am explaining what are the stages in the micro data research. So first you need to acquisition, that data acquisition means access of data. So access of data is first part, means this I have explained. Okay, now after this lecture, anyone can access the data. First I have explained in the detail. I have shown also. You just go to that website, register, and then you download the data. Now, after that, that data is very huge. Maybe in some cases 10 lakh, some cases 2 lakh. Okay. And even it is complicated also. Because remember, this is, we are in the big data analytics. Okay. Now this big data analytics, you need to understand first their questionnaire. Okay. And after the understanding questionnaire, you need to do the cleaning. Now, this cleaning of data means what? Whatever is unwanted part, whatever is not relevant part to your research, you need to remove that. Okay. Then you need to explore the data. Exploration of data you need to do. What kind of tables you can make, what kind of relationship you can maintain, what kind of relationship you can build, and how those relationship can be interpreted in your research paper. Okay, so this is about the tabulation. This is about the frequency table, maybe sometimes. Then next important part comes where your research skills are going to test, and that research skill will come from your reading. Whatever you read about this report, about this topic, about your research question, that going to tell you about the modeling of the your research. So, for example, um, you want to know, um, take example of this. Okay, wait, I will show you my research page. So it will be easy with that example. So recently, two paper published. Okay, I'm using that my paper as a case study. Okay, that is why I'm showing my paper. You can you will get at least idea. So how to start with this using this micro level data. So yes, I'm sharing my paper. Yeah, this is visible. This paper is published in the Indian Economic Journal. This Indian Economic Journal is our Indian Economic Association journal. In 2025, I think in May, it's published. So what is the topic of that my paper? Do agricultural extension services really matter to Indian farmers? Evidence from situation assessment survey on farmers. Okay, here what we done the introduction part, we written the introduction part, and here we have shown various extension services, how farmers they are getting information about the farming from the various sources, from the progressive farmer, from the private processor, from the Kisan Knowledge Center, from the agriculture college, from the veterinary department, from the Kisan call center, from the NGO, from the radio and media, from the smartphone app based information. Okay, and this we have analyzed with respect to the region. So out of total sample that I explained about the 58,000 household, we came with a 45,000 are considered agriculture household, and out of that only 22,000 farmer they are accessed with a technical or any extension services. Okay, remaining all not having any access of that extension services. That is why here we have the 22,743 number. Okay, and then what we done, we after the getting the data, we done the modeling. Now that modeling required the literature, and we use the logistic regression. Now this logistic regression is very important when your dependent variable is a binary in nature. So here we have mentioned the survey covered 58,040 household sample in rural India. Out of this, 45,719 household sample can be considered as an agriculture household. I told you, out of this 22,743, that is 49% household have stated access to agriculture extension services for technical advice. Okay, so our sample is this sample, 45,000 household is the sample, and out of that, this 22,000 are access and remaining not access. So our research question now I'm coming at a point. Our research question is how the farmer they are access, or what determine the access of extension services in the agriculture sector, and that we have taken as a binary number. So what is that binary number? That binary number is 0 or 1. That is, 1 means farmer is access extension services, and 0 means farmer is not access extension services. Okay, and we want to estimate the probability. What are the reasons? And this, when your dependent variable is binary, okay, then logistic regression, which is a very advanced method, you need to use. Okay, so that now access, and not only just access, but whether that advice is adopted or not. Okay, so agriculture extension services, agriculture department or agriculture university, veterinary department, progressive farmer, they given information to one farmer, whether he adopted, whether he implemented in his farmland, that is important. So we wanted to understand First, access, and then second, whether he adopted or not. And that is why both the variable we taken as a binary variable, and then we have formed the model. Okay, for this model part, you required the this understanding of research methodology, and then we have the model. So what is the model? Model is very simple. Logit access of extension services alpha plus summation of beta 1 to beta 14. So 14 variable we taken. What are those 14 variables? First is gender, second is age, third is farm size, fourth is social group, fifth is education, then religion, and so on. So all the 14 variables we consider an error term. We done the modeling in terms of the access. Whereas in terms of the adoption, we taken two more variable, that is information and communication technology and type of information access. These two we added more into the this existing model, and then we done the review. We done the estimation. But before that, to decide all these, we done the extensive literature review, that is variable and review of prior study. So that we have mentioned everything over here. Okay, in the this paragraph, we have mentioned why education be taken, why particular gender we taken, why age we taken. So this you need to explain in detail. Okay, that shows the modeling of your research question, and then we done the result and discussion, and then we found like this is the table of literature review, and then descriptive statistics we explain. Descriptive statistics here we explain like how education is matter for extension services. A person is not literate, then what percentage? 33% of farmers, they are not access with this information. So farming community, their education level we have explained, then whether they got the training, principal source of their income, then whether they are aware about the minimum support price, then what kind of social strata they belongs to, then gender of that household head, then religion, access to formal credit, how many people out of this total sample they are access with the formal credit, and farm size, all this information we taken, and then we done the estimation. Now, what is the estimation says? This is a modeling where we have calculated the dy by dx, that is marginal effect. And what estimation it's saying? Estimation is saying, in simple word, it is saying that education is very important determinants of access of extension services. So, and the significance level, look at the significance. The education, as the increase in the education, there is an increase in the access to information and similar adoption also. Okay, then you can think, check the other points also. Check this awareness about the MSP. If farmer is aware about the minimum support price, then there are more chances that he is access with this extension services. And if the farmer is registered member of some organization, then there are more chances that he will be access and adopted also adoption. Then look at the social strata, SC category, OBC category, or other category farmers. As per their social strata increase, there is a highly significancy level increasing in terms of the specifically adoption. Okay, then look at the former availability of credit. As credit is available, then it is both for access also significant and adoption also it is significant. Then farm size, according to farm size also, for the access, this farm size playing very important role. Guaranteed source of irrigation, this guaranteed source of income is also very significant variable to influence the access and adoption of agriculture, this extension service. Okay, so this modeling and so our model, we have done the some robustness check also, and we found like our model is explaining correctly classified 90% part. That means it's a good part. So above 70 is called a good part. And then we have concluded, we have suggested some policy implications. So this is one of the research paper I wanted to show you specifically to understand like the stages. So I was talking about modeling. So you need to do the modeling of your paper. Now, I was talking about one of the another paper related to financial asset holding or diversification of financial asset holding. Now, this diversification of financial asset holding, we are not using this logistic regression. We are going to use the regression model. Okay, so regression model where you should have the continuous dependent variable, and that continuous dependent variable in our new paper is the value of financial asset. So what we taken total household they are having seven type of type of financial asset. We taken the summation of that, and that summation value we taken as a dependent variable, and then many independent variable we have taken. Gini coefficient is calculated, and we have done the standardized Gini coefficient calculation, and that standardized Gini coefficient we taken as a dependent variable, and then we taken the I talked about the digital access. So digital access is our main main dependent variable, and our research question or our hypothesis is there is a negative relationship between digital access and diversification inequality of financial asset holding in India. Means in simple word, if we increase the digital finance, there will be increase in the holding of diversified financial asset. So this now how we came with this point, because we done the some literature review, we found some theories. If you know like portfolio management theory. So portfolio theory that tells as per the increase in the income, there is a increase in the portfolio, in your portfolio, various items increase. So there are positive and negative points, or there are positive factor and negative factor which influence the diversification of portfolio, and that we wanted to show and then do the research. So that we are doing. So this modeling part is very important. You cannot only rely on the just cross tabulation or frequency table. You need to, of course, frequency table are very important at the start, or to establish relationship you require the frequency table. We cannot go without frequency table. If you show in the table or frequency table, yes, there is some relationship between these, but you need to prove this with a statistical modeling, and then you need to prove that with some standard statistical method. And that's why this modeling part is very important. And if you want to publish in the Scopus paper, in the Scopus journal, or in very good research journal, then this is very important, and this is required. Okay, and advanced part is required, not just one part. Like in one of the paper, we were just doing the logistic regression, but they said like that paper is related to ICT skills. That paper is related to differentiation in the rural and urban ICT skills in India. So now they said this is very simple method you are using. So we have done the decomposition. Our research question is why there is a inequality in digital skills in rural and urban India. And we are showing what are the possible reasons, what are the possible factors to differentiate or differentiation in the digital skills in the urban India and rural India. So which is the advanced part, decomposition you need to do. So not just a education, not just a particular part, but in that what is important or why there is a gap between rural and urban India. So that gap you need to decompose and then you need to analyze that. So this will be the advanced part. So if you want to publish a good paper in good journal, Scopus Index journal, then this type of methods are very required. They demand this. Okay, so that modeling part is very important, and last part is interpretation. Of course, if you are able to do the modeling, if you are able to do the econometrics model and establish econometrics model, then it's very easy to interpret nowadays. Social media and then many AI tool and platform they have came, so you can easily take help, but not directly copy paste. If you are in the confusion whether this 0.001 is greater or maybe 0.10 which is greater than 0.05, something like this, with which is a significant, you can put this into the this AI tool and then you will get the answer. So interpretation part is, if you understand the modeling, then I don't think you will not able to do the interpretation or you will not able to write the interpretation. Okay, so interpretation part. Then next part is about the uh, data cleaning and management. Okay, that I have explained. So descriptive analysis using the microdata. So frequency you can do, frequency stable you can produce, cross tabulation you can produce, and then summary statistics which are required or which are important, that also you can insert into your paper, which will be useful definitely before the going for the actual model. Then econometric applications or techniques, you can use these methods which are nowadays becoming more and more specifically using this unit level data, regression model, panel data analysis, causal inferences techniques are becoming more and more important. These model you can use regression model, which is quite interesting and very easy also to anyone to complete or anyone to go with this. Of course, the introductory understanding and initial understanding is required as a PhD student or like completion of PhD, or maybe as a experienced teacher. We should know this techniques and methods if you want to publish paper with this unit level data. Okay. Then I wanted to give this case study, which I have discussed. Then casual inferences with microdata. These are the some casual inferences use like random control trial. This they use instrumental variables methods, difference in difference method, propensity score matching methods. These are the some methods which basically used by the many researchers when they are using this unit level data. So the unit level data, when you are using the unit level data, then you should have some knowledge about the methods also, research methodology part. The technique also are also important. With the of course this big data or huge data, you can come up with some table or descriptive statistics, but that is not only enough. You should have knowledge about those methods. Of course you can analyze with the help of Excel. I'm not denying that you can analyze in the Excel, maybe like 1 lakh data or 2 lakh data or maybe 10 lakh, like this data you can analyze using the Excel, but you should have knowledge about Excel very advanced level. So if you have only just a knowledge about the Excel very primary, then it's very difficult to manage that. So, and nowadays, remember, as I started saying, we are a student, so we should always learn, and there is no time, or there is no limitation on the age for learning. Anytime we can start. Now this YouTube, and then Udemy or Udemy or whatever channel. Even on Swayam, you can join some courses, and it is free of cost. Only it is a matter about the completion of exam, but that is not very important. If we able to, if you could able to produce one or two research paper, joining that Swayam paper, Swayam course, and if you get motivation from me, then it's fruitful that whether you completed that Swayam course and you got certificate. That's I think not matter if you publish two paper in the Scopus Index journal. Okay, um, so remember this scope. This Swayam is a very good platform. There you can search unit level data. Unit level data. I think IIT, NIT Rourkela or Roorkee, NIT Roorkee. They have some professors and then other professors also from other econometrics method and then unit level data analysis. These method they have discussed in detail with different softwares. Okay, so and then methods very you start with the simple method, not saying go to the advanced level. uh, there are some techniques also to produce or to publish good paper. You do the friendship with the mathematics and statistics teacher. Okay, so who know about the statistics mathematics, and then do the collaboration. Then go with the computer science teacher, then bring him into your group, and take help from him for the data analysis. You apply your economics knowledge, he will apply his software knowledge, and mathematics teacher, he will apply or she will apply his mathematics and statistics knowledge. This is how they collaborate in foreign countries or at higher institutions or universities. They collaborate in this way. So you can also collaborate, as you are excelling in your life or at your profession. Similarly, other department, other teacher, they are also excelling. You are good in economics, but maybe you are not good in mathematics. Maybe you are not good in the software, right? So you do the friendship with the mathematics teacher who is not good in the economics, right? You do the friendship with the computer science who is good in the software, but he is not good in the mathematics or may not be good in the economics. And in this way, do the collaboration, right? So if you do the collaboration, work will also get distributed. You write the interpretation, that computer person will do the analysis using software, mathematics person will write the research methodology. So work will also get distributed, and maybe you could able to produce three paper than just one paper in the year. And then every time put one of your name as the first author. So all three will get benefit because all three are contributing and learn from each other. Like you are interpreting from the economics point of view, then give the information how this how this you are interpreting from the economics point of view. That computer person, you ask him, like, explain me how you done that, or try to learn from him. Or that statistic mathematics person, you ask him, explain me modeling. So you will become over the period independent also to write. So you start with the collaborative and then very simple or very basic method you can start. Believe me, people, if they are very clear with the research question, or if they are very clear with their research idea, then they write paper with just a mean mode and then just the covariance. Okay, and forget about the regression. Before regression these things come. So you can go up to the t-test, that's it. Up to the t-test you just testing the means, difference between the means with the t-test, and then you are coming with the hypothesis testing. But you should have the solid understanding of the research question. That's most important. Okay, so I'm not saying use the very advanced method. Okay, if you are using, if you are comfortable, use. But if you are not, then don't underestimate yourself. You start, at least you start. In my journey also I have started, and I'm still learning from many people. So difference in difference method at my master, I never use difference. I learn about difference in difference method, but with actual software, actual data, I have not used. Now I am using. So this YouTube and then this Swayam, they are coming to help me. If you just searched on the YouTube, difference in difference method in the use of difference in difference, you will get lots of video. So instead of surfing or using or maybe sometimes useless news and then those things you are spending time, spend time on these things to improve your research skill and spend time on yourself to update skills and upgrade skills. Okay. So these methods, then these are the tools and softwares. Now these are not compulsory. You can do with Excel, but yes, this Python and R are very free software. Stata and SPSS, if your university is giving, or if you're like other people or other like collaborative researcher, if they are having access, you can use this. I heard many some versions are available, so you can use those. And R is free software, so you can download anytime, but you need to learn that R. It is a coding based software. So R software you can learn. I suggested this computer guy, computer teacher. He must be using that R. Even Python nowadays, Python is also becoming very popular. So Python and R are free software. You need to spend the time, as I said, spend 3-4 months on understanding report. Simultaneously, if you get bored from the reading report, then spend time on the learning R and Python. So continuously learning is very important. That's the key to become a successful and to get a confidence and to learn and learn again and again. So it is not a one-day task, or it is not only 1 year task, and then I will do maybe like for example, if there is a due in your promotion or some requirement of research paper, that time only I will do, or maybe before that I will do. This is not good attitude. As a teacher, you should be update yourself. You should explain very current things to your student, updated things to your student, and your the teaching should comes from the your research and your reading. That's most important, because nowadays these students know each and everything from the chat GPT, from the YouTube, from the many sources. So maybe they will not listen, maybe they will not sit in your class. So unless and until you give them very updated things, believe me, in my class, I every day, every week, I take the many newspaper article, and then literally I asked them, read this. So last week only I was teaching macroeconomics, and into that I was teaching this GDP concept, national income accounting. I taught them very maybe in 20 minutes, and then I given them the Hindu paper article, which written by this Ravi Kumar. Earlier he was uh, I think vice chairman of Niti Aayog. They written very interesting article about the current GDP numbers, because our GDP is now, earlier recently they have revised, growing by 8%. So they written what is the why there is a concern about the GDP numbers. So student literally read that, and then I asked them, like, now tell me, what are the GDP problems? So, GDP, learning GDP concept or related concept, gone are those days. Now student are learning this. Student will, they will read and they will understand. There is no question about, like, you are going to tell them what is GDP and then everything. You just mention, and then you ask them to read. But what is currently going on now? Base year is changing, right? 2020 to 23 base year they are going to take, and on the basis of this, 27th February they are going to release. So bring that issue in the class. then they will become aware, okay, this is GDP and this is going to happen. So they will feel, yes, something we are learning new. And if you start doing this, then automatically you will come across some research question. You will come across some research paper. You will update yourself. And then, believe me, you will, learn these software also slowly. To myself, I have not learned this software at my master level. After master, I started learning. So fortunately, unfortunately, you can say, if it is not learned so far, today is the day to decide to start learning the software. Okay, don't say like these software are not available, so how we can learn. I have given the free software. R and Python are free software. Related to those, videos are also free. So on the YouTube is free. Okay, it's not free like you are paying the internet cost, but that is free to you. So start learning the R, how to import data into R, how to import data into Python. Then start trying, and then you will get very learning things. So if you learn this software, okay, it will take time. I'm not saying like it will be maybe in 1 month you will learn. No, okay. Slowly you learn, more focus on your research, more focus on using unit level data and bringing, your research into your teaching, so that you will get a confidence. And then automatically promotion or whatever aim you have in your life, those will automatically will be achieved. Okay. There are some, ethical use of microdata. Now, this microdata is anonymous, so we cannot trace the person who given this information. We can, I think, trace the, this district level. So from particular district, like for example, Aurangabad district, Pune district, okay, or maybe from the, um, maybe some other district, if you are taking the name, then these district name you can take, and then how many samples they have taken from these district, this will be known to you. But you cannot understand how many samples are taken from the Pune, how many samples are taken from Sambhajinagar, how many samples are taken from the Ahilyanagar, how many samples are taken from maybe Solapur, and so on, because it is anonymized data. So the information about that particular person is not revealed. So anonymized sensitive information. Then ensure informed consent. Now this informed consent means, you need to cite. That is important. You need to cite whichever data you are using, unit level data, you need to cite them. You need to, of course, while downloading data, they will ask you, okay, that they are asking means they take the consent. So you need to mention for what purpose you are doing the research. So every time I write for research paper, and then there will be some point of agreement that you go through, and then at the end, I agree. You need to click on that, and then you need to submit. So automatically it will take submission from you, that consent. Okay. And then maintain data integrity. So that maintain data integrity means you should not use that data for a commercial purpose. I think government data is in a public domain, so no one will use the for a commercial purpose. Like for example, someone is downloading data and then he is selling. Why someone will purchase from him if data is available in the public, right? So this will not happen, but we need to maintain the data integrity. So whoever we are sharing that data, we need to give the consent, or we need to give the information that this data is available in the public and they can download directly from the this particular website, or whatever website you are using. So that you can mention. Then microdata and public policy. Of course, for the public policy, this microdata you can use, and to design microdata, to evaluate various targeted policies in health, education, welfare, and in many area. It can be used, it can be implemented, it can be helpful for those public policy. Okay. So this is this data is very much very rich data and very informative data. Nowadays, many type of policies they are framing on the basis of this data. So, as a researcher, if you are publishing good paper, if you are publishing very good paper on these type of data, then it will be used for the various purposes. It will be used for various policy frame of policy making decisions. So maybe and various purposes, not just one, but it's depend like how you are doing the research and over the period. At least you need to publish in that area good paper with some good intention and then with a good statistical techniques and everything. Then it will be consider or maybe it will be automatically it will be noted, it will be noted at a government level and they will maybe ask you about maybe policy implication or maybe policy contribution that will be at a different level, but you are contributing and you are doing this for first of all for your research and ultimately it's for the policy making. Okay. Now, remember this data is also available at the state level. So I have seen some papers which they published at a state level also. Like for example, you take the Maharashtra data and then analyze the situation of Maharashtra in that. You take the data for maybe Telangana or Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka or maybe Gujarat and then analyze for that particular state. So likewise, you can use even if you are thinking like for the whole country, this data is like very big, 1,30,000 or maybe 3 lakh, 4 lakh data. So start with the one state. Okay, start with one Maharashtra and then publish paper on basis of that, like 9,000 if household sample from the Maharashtra, then analyze that data for Maharashtra and come up with a research paper, and then you will get to confidence about the analysis, about the modeling, about the econometrics method, about the writing paper, and if it is published, then it will be definitely you will get the confidence, and then you can start maybe using the all over India level data. Okay. So there are some recent innovations happening in the unit level data, like big data integration is happening. Big data integration, as I said, now they are increasing samples also. So these methods are not just about the this NSSO data, but nowadays many agencies and many international institutions they are also collecting lots of data, lots of data. So you can use those data and then you can do the research, you can write the research paper. Real-time data collection is also happening now. Real-time data, this is mostly happening in the digital marketing and then digital data analytics, big data analytics it is happening. Like for example, whatever we are doing in the online manner or whatever we are searching in the Google, like if you searched about the good textbook in the economics, then maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whenever you go to the Google or YouTube, it will flash some information related to economics book. Or if you search maybe something about like maybe color TV or fridge, then day after tomorrow or after one day or whenever you go to that website or just Google, then various companies, various promoters, they will follow you. Like this is good refrigerator, this is good TV, and so on. This is digital marketing. Okay, so this real time data collection is happening now. How they got to know that you are searching about the economics book, or you are searching about the color TV, you are searching about the fridge and TV and everything? Because whenever you click on the Google, whenever you search on the Google, it leaves the footprint, and that footprint basically captured by the this algorithm, and they gives to the company. So company pay for that, and this digital marketer roles comes into picture, and then they start following you. So again and again they will show you, right? So that's the how this digital marketing work. And then this real time data collection is happening, which is nowadays becoming interesting. So like for example, even people, they are doing the Google review analysis. Google review analysis is also some method where unit level data you are collecting. Like I was just giving, I just given this assignment to my student. I given this assignment to, I told them to search about the review of online banking of SBI and online banking of HDFC. And just they found around 70,000 people they given review on the this online banking of SBI, and I think 30,000 people for the HDFC Bank. Then I told, collect that data, that review, and do the text analysis. Okay, so text analysis, what they done? Like gender of the person, then from which country, which particular region in the India they reviewer is from which part of the country. Then they done the text analysis considering whether the review is positive, negative, neutral, whether it suggested something, whether it's told the limitations, whether it is uprising, whether it is giving good point. Then they found the rating, that 1 star, 2 star, and 5 star. That rating analysis also done. So this basically they done on the basis of just Google review. So it is a real time data collection which is happening. So that is also one of the new area which is coming related to this unit level. Then machine learning application. Okay, now this machine learning and data analytics part is also becoming more and more popular, and now we cannot deny that machine learning applications will be the future in the research. So even my request to all of you, even I personally am also learning those things, because if software is not available, then you need to use these methods which are now this Python. I explained Python, I talked, not explained. So Python is a machine learning tool where we are going to teach to the machine, that is Python, about our data. Then we are going to test that data, and then we are going to come up with some particular model. So machine learning applications are happening, and that you need to learn in future if you want to be in the teaching or in the research, or if you want to go maybe advance in your career. Then this machine learning application you need to learn a lot, and that will be the future in coming days. And then last is future of microdata research. Now this will be AI driven analysis. AI driven analysis is happening many things. Okay, then enhanced collaboration, this will increase the collaboration. It will enhance the collaboration. And then dynamic data system, which is changing every day and updating very frequently. So these things are happening very frequently, and that is why you need to be with this micro level data. So these are the few things I just shown to all of you. I just wanted to discuss my point, and motivate to all of you, maybe to take some research in this area, so that maybe you will get some kind of benefit at your personal level, and then of course to the society and to your institutions. So that's all from my side. If you have question, please let me know. Yes. Hello. Moderator. Who is a moderator? Yeah. Hello.
Any question? Participant?
Yes.
सर मला एक विचारायचं होतं, मराठीमध्ये बोलेल तर चालेल का?
हाँ बोला बोला.
मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट बद्दल थोडंसं सांगायचं होतं.
ओके. हाँ विचारा ना मॅडम.
म्हणजे काय मेथड आहे त्याची?
मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे तुम्ही म्हणजे ICSR ला अप्लाय करणार आहे की तुमच्या युनिव्हर्सिटीला अप्लाय करणार आहे, काय म्हणजे मनामध्ये आयडिया काय तुमचे?
सॉरी सर, म्हणजे आता हे सांगितलं, असाइनमेंट सांगितली त्याची, म्हणून विचारलं.
ओके ओके. मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट काय असतो? एक म्हणजे तुम्हाला 1 वर्षासाठीचा मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट असतो आणि त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला आता त्याच्यामध्ये 2 कॅटेगरी असतात. म्हणजे एक मेजर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट आणि दुसरा मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट. जर मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट आपल्याला जर करायचा असेल तर सिमिलर मेथोडॉलॉजी असते, फक्त ड्युरेशन कमी असतो आणि तो ड्युरेशन 1 वर्षाचा असतो. त्याच्यामध्ये मग आपण एक विशेष असा कुठला तरी एक भाग घेऊन त्याच्यावर आपल्याला रिसर्च करायचं असतं. जसं फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी एक मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट केला होता. ई-बँकिंग सर्व्हिसेस म्हणजे पुण्यामधले जे ई-बँकिंग सर्व्हिसेस वेगवेगळ्या बँका देतात, म्हणजे पब्लिक सेक्टर, प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर, कोऑपरेटिव्ह बँक्स आणि फॉरेन बँक्स. याच्यामध्ये काय एक्सपिरियन्सेस आहे लोकांचा ई-बँकिंग वापरण्याबद्दलचा. तर त्याच्याबद्दलचं रिसर्च केलं आणि मी साधारण 200 काहीतरी लोकांचा इंटरव्ह्यू घेतला होता आणि त्याचं अनालिसिस केलं. तो 1 वर्षाचा होता. तर आणि मग त्याच्यावर मग पेपर केला, मग तो रिपोर्ट सबमिट केला. हे सगळं म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये ते मायनर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट असतं. ओके. आय होप मी आन्सर केलंय.
हेलो
येस.
सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है।
या बोलिए मैडम.
सर, मेरा डोमेन मास कम्युनिकेशन का है। ओके।
ओके ओके
तो सर, जैसे आपने अभी स्कोपस पब्लिकेशंस के बारे में बताया, हमने भी बहुत सारे पेपर लाइन अप करे थे, तो वहां से उनकी तरफ से यही रिक्वायरमेंट आती है कि आप इसमें कुछ टेस्ट लगवाइए ताकि ये मैनेजमेंट के लेवल पे, कैलकुलेशन के लेवल पे बेस्ट बैठे, क्योंकि स्कोपस ज्यादातर मैनेजमेंट और कैलकुलेशन बेस्ड पब्लिकेशन को ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी दे रहा है विद इन प्रेजेंट टाइम, है ना?
ओके
तो बट
ओके
एप्लीकेशन में मोस्टली स्टडीज जो होती है डिस्क्रिप्टिव होती हैं, और मोस्टली जो स्टूडेंट्स होती हैं सर्वे और क्वेश्चनर्स को ज्यादा ये लोग फॉलो करते हैं, एंड आफ्टर देन द केस स्टडी इज द मोस्ट फैमिलियर मेथड। तो सर, हम
करेक्ट.
इसमें टेस्ट इस तरीके से अप्लाई करें कि जो हमारा स्कोपस पब्लिकेशन है वो उसके लिए हमारा पेपर बेस्ट बन सके और हमें वहां से कम जो क्वायरी आए एज ए पब्लिकेशन के लिए।
ओके 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 ओके. थैंक यू मैडम फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. कि क्वांटिटेटिव अगर हमारा स्टडी है, डिस्क्रिप्टिव टाइप अगर स्टडी है, तो हमें जर्नल की तरफ से जो आता है वो बोलते हैं कि आप टेक्निक्स या कुछ मेथड्स या कुछ टेस्ट आप करो ये, ताकि ये पब्लिश हो जाएगा. ये आपका क्वेश्चन है. देखिए कैसा होता है कि क्वालिटेटिव जब हम रिसर्च करते हैं ना, तो कुछ रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी होती है जो हमें स्टैंडर्डाइज फॉलो करना होता है. लेकिन बहुत सारे ऐसे रिसर्च में हम क्वालिटेटिव टाइप के जो टेस्ट होते हैं, जैसे ची स्क्वेयर टेस्ट है, जैसे टी टेस्ट के बारे में मैंने बताया, वैसे ही ची स्क्वेयर टेस्ट है, जो टेस्ट हम लगा के ये बोल सकते हैं कि ये हमारे जो रिजल्ट है वो रिजल्ट सिग्निफिकेंट है. तो आप कौन से पर्टिकुलर रिसर्च के बारे में बोल रहे हैं ये मुझे तो इतना अभी आइडिया नहीं है. लेकिन फॉर एग्जांपल आप अगर आप मास मीडिया से हो एंड आप ऐसा कुछ एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं कि कुछ एक पर्टिकुलर न्यूज़पेपर का आप एनालिसिस, टेक्स्ट एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं एंड आपको ये बताना है कि उस न्यूज़पेपर ने कौन से पर्टिकुलर टाइप के न्यूज़ पब्लिश किया एंड वो उसका रिलेशनशिप उनके खुद के ऑब्जेक्टिव के साथ क्या था. ऐसा अगर आपका कुछ रिसर्च है, तो यू कैन यू नो एस्टैब्लिश सम रिलेशनशिप जिसे हम कोवेरिएंस बोलते हैं. ओके. कोई कोवेरिएंस कोएफिशिएंट एक टेक्निक होती है. मतलब दो वेरिएबल में क्या रिलेशनशिप है दोनों में, मतलब एक अगर जैसे एक एक चीज अगर इंक्रीज हो रही है तो दूसरी भी इंक्रीज हो रही है तो उसको बोलते हैं हम पॉजिटिव रिलेशनशिप। एक चीज इंक्रीज हो रही है दूसरी डिक्रीज हो रही है तो उसको बोलते हैं हम निगेटिव रिलेशनशिप। तो आप अगर ये कोवेरियंस कोरिलेशन ये अगर टेक्निक आप यूज करोगे तो देन यू विल हैव सम स्टैटिस्टिक्स नंबर विथ यू which will tell this journal कि ये covariance के नंबर के अकॉर्डिंगली there is a positive relationship।
ओके
आई होप मैंने थोड़ा सा तो समझाया आपको।
सर, आपने बहुत गाइडेंस दे दी सर। एक प्रॉब्लम हमें मोस्टली केस स्टडीज में भी आती है।
ओके
जैसे सोसाइटी के किसी कोई मूवमेंट चल रहा है, कोई पर्टिकुलर ऐसी घटना हुई है जिसका लोगों पे बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट पड़ा है, सोसाइटी के पॉइंट ऑफ मीडिया के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। तो केस स्टडीज में हम क्या चीजें अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ बेसिकली वेरिएबल बहुत सारे मल्टीपल वेरिएबल्स हो जाते हैं वहां पे।
एक एक तरीका होता है जिसे लिकर्ट स्केल बोलते हैं। लिकर्ट स्केल क्या होता है, हम 5 स्केल 7 स्केल 9 स्केल ऐसा होता है। जैसे 5 स्केल में क्या होता है कि एक पर्टिकुलर एक केस स्टडी आप ले रहे हो, उस केस स्टडी में आपको 5 स्केल पे उनको रेटिंग करना है, ठीक है। तो वो रेटिंग के अकॉर्डिंगली अगर आपके पास नंबर आ जाएंगे ना तो उसको आप कौन सी भी मेथड लगा सकते हो कि रेटिंग अगर हाइयर आती है तो दे आर एग्री। जैसे वो 5 स्केल मतलब कैसा, डिसएग्री, एग्री, न्यूट्रल, नॉट एग्री एंड एग्री, ऐसे वो 5 स्केल आता है। तो फिर इसमें से अगर हाइयर साइड पे आता है तो वो एग्री होता है, अगर लोअर साइड पे आता है तो नॉट एग्री तरफ तरफ होता है। अगर बीच में आता है जैसे 0.5 आता है तो उसको बोलते हैं न्यूट्रल है। तो ये ऐसे टाइप के आप क्वेश्चन 4 या 5 क्वेश्चन करके आप अगर नंबर लाते हो तो उसका आप टेबल बना सकते हो, उसको टेस्ट कर सकते हो ची स्क्वायर टेस्ट के साथ।
थैंक्स अ लॉट सर फॉर सजेशन।
ओके ओके, वेलकम, थैंक यू।
So can I ask one more question?
यस मैडम।
सर, पीवीटीजी जो ग्रुप है उसका भी डेटा अवेलेबल है ये सारे वेबसाइट पे जैसे आपने दिखाया हमको?
कौन सा डेटा बोले आपने?
पर्टिकुलरली वल्नरेबल ट्राइबल ग्रुप्स।
वल्नरेबल, हाँ। आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए, हर एक का जो एनएसएसओ का जो रिपोर्ट है ना उसमें कैटेगरीज है। जैसे
ओके।
सोशल ग्रुप के कैटेगरीज हम करते हैं ना, एसटी, एससी, अदर्स एंड ओबीसी, उसमें एसटी
राइट।
की कैटेगरी आपको लेना पड़ेगा। दैट वी
ओके।
कंसिडर लाइक शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स। एंड अगर आप पर्टिकुलर स्टेट का ले रहे हो, जैसे फॉर
राइट।
एग्जांपल आप महाराष्ट्र का ले रहे हो, तो महाराष्ट्र
राइट।
में जहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा ट्राइबल पॉपुलेशन है वहां से कितने सैंपल है and उसमें अगर एसटी पॉपुलेशन ले रहे हो तो आप प्रॉक्सी बोल सकते हो कि वो उस कैटेगरी का।
ओके। एक्चुअली वी हैव दिस वेबसाइट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र ट्राइबल वाला ही जो है नासिक का जिसमें हेड ऑफिस है सर, वहां से उन लोगों ने मुझे एक डेटा दिया कि ट्राइबल
ओके।
जो ग्रुप होते हैं एसटी वो तो है, जो वो तो
हाँ हाँ,
कई लाख कई दे आर इन टू लैक्स। बट अगेन
करेक्ट।
द डेटा आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स एंड दैट कम्स अराउंड 1 लाख समथिंग, फिफ्टी
ओके
थाउजेंड मोर देन दैट ऑल ओवर
ओके
महाराष्ट्र। तो मेजर
ओके।
एरिया 10 है ग्रुप्स जो जगह है, नासिक,
हम्म,
गढ़चिरौली, ऑल दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ प्लेसेस।
करेक्ट
तो अब
करेक्ट।
यहाँ से मुझे जो मैंने डेटा लेना है ट्रैवल ग्रुप का, तो स्कूल्स का, तो
हम्म,
वो भी है ऑब्वियसली आई विल टारगेटिंग स्कूल्स एंड आई गेटिंग डेटा। बट समवेयर
ओके।
डाउन द लाइन ये डेटा ना मैच नहीं होता है कभी कभी सर। जैसे कि अगर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्रैवल वाला है दैट इज अ बिट डिफरेंट सेंसेस। फिर इफ आई गो टू सम अदर वेबसाइट, जनजातीय वेबसाइट, देन दे हैव सम अदर नंबर्स। अब दीज
ओके।
नंबर्स आर गिवन बाय गवर्नमेंट एंड दे आर डिफर। अभी मैं प्रोजेक्ट में डालूंगी, इफ समवन आस्क्स मी अ क्वेश्चन तो वेयर विच वन शुड आई टेक, वो भी एक इशू हो जाता है। तो
हाँ हाँ
कौन सा
हाँ,
ज्यादा ऑथेंटिक है सर?
मेरा एक्सपीरियंस एंड मेरा सजेशन ये बोलता है कि आपको जो करेक्ट डेटा लगे वो आप डेटा
हम्म।
लीजिए। एंड देन whenever like reviewer or anywhere higher authority asks, tell them
हाँ।
like these were the differences and that is why I only taken this data, particular data। क्योंकि उन्हीं उन्हीं के सोर्सेज में डिफरेंस है तो वो डिफरेंसेस पे ना जाके एक लिया एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड माय रिसर्च।
ओके, वी कैन डिफेंड दैट वे।
करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट। क्योंकि
ओके।
डेटा डिफरेंसेस है उस पे हम डिफेंड करना है, उस पे कुछ बहस करना कुछ काम का नहीं है। आई ऑल्सो फेस्ड इन माई रिसर्च जर्नी दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस।
ओके। Because
Yeah.
now government is much more focusing on this PV groups, and exactly
Correct.
they don't have particular groups or statistics to tell us, but they have started investing and bringing money and
Right.
budgets to
Right.
these groups.
Right.
Yes, हाँ.
Even
तो
ICSR
मुझे
also
खाली ना
started project.
yes 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 तो वो उसके ऊपर ही थोड़ा फोकस करना था. तो आई जस्ट
Okay.
थॉट आई
You got
आस्क
the
यू बिकॉज
project?
आपने आज सारा दिखाया पर वो थोड़ा नहीं था, तो मैं लाइक आपसे पूछ
वो
लेती हूँ. तो
नहीं.
एसटी वाला भी देख सकते हैं हम, राइट, फॉर दैट.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. लेकिन वो प्रॉक्सी आपको लेना पड़ेगा. वो डायरेक्टली आप ट्राइबल नहीं ले सकते. वो प्रॉक्सी लेना पड़ेगा. एंड आपको जो प्राइमरी डेटा कलेक्ट करना है उसके लिए ये प्रॉक्सी हो सकता है. सेकेंडरी डेटा ऐसे.
ओके सर, आप और भी गाइड करते हैं. सपोज आज का सेशन तो ठीक है. इफ यू वांट टू गेट इन टच विथ यू एंड गेट ऑल दिस, बिकॉज वी ऑलवेज रिक्वायर सच टाइप ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड वी आर नॉट एक्सपर्ट एट इट, टू बी
ओके.
ऑनेस्ट. एंड वी कैन नॉट बी
या.
स्टैटिस्टिशियन, राइट.
राइट
तो
राइट राइट.
कैसे कर सकते हैं सर, आपसे बात कैसे कंफर्म कर सकते हैं?
मैं मेरा ईमेल देता हूँ यहाँ पे. आप मुझे वहाँ पे कनेक्ट
चैट
करिए.
बॉक्स में.
हाँ हाँ, मैं ईमेल भेजता हूँ. किसी को भी और भी कोई अगर मुझसे कनेक्ट करना चाहता है, आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग माई ईमेल आईडी. प्लीज लेट मी नो. आपका जो
ओके.
भी क्वेरीज है या कभी हेल्प लगे तो आई एम शेयरिंग माई ईमेल आईडी jivan.biradar@gmail.com. ये मेरा ईमेल आईडी है. कोई भी मुझे यहाँ पे कनेक्ट कर सकता है.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'll just save that email ID and whenever I'll require, I'll disturb you sometime.
Yes, madam. Yes. Your
Thank
name,
you, sir.
madam, because it is showing
Doctor,
70.
हाँ, Dr. Nusrat Chaudhary.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question. For the Scopus publication, there is no issue for the science stream people. What about language and literature? How can we relate or get published our paper? Because we face number of problems to get published our paper in Scopus. Because for the science people, there is a scope analysis, data analysis, practical they can do. But for the language,
Okay.
we
So,
relate our research is our publication is related to the text. So how can we get opportunity to get published our paper in Scopus? Could you
okay.
please guide?
Okay. Yes. आप literature means what is your area? Which literature? English literature or which literature? And
English
what is
literature, sir. Indian English literature.
Indian English literature?
English literature, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, any specific area you are working or you done PhD on that?
Yeah, I completed my PhD on the code switching and code mixing in Indian English novels.
Okay, okay. Because I also don't know exactly in literature how you can, publish more paper in the research, of course, in the this Scopus Index journal. But I known some people who are from the English literature. Their topic
Okay.
is like they have, they done the PhD like similar topic you said, but they have
Yes,
moved towards the the ICT use in English language, then
yes, yes,
finance use in English language, then
yes,
like this topic which are nowadays becoming more and more popular, and then at an international level also. See, publishing in Scopus paper required the international audience related topic. That's important.
okay, 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 okay.
So if you have related those topic, then they will accept, and then maybe at the starting you search about the journal, what kind of paper they are publishing, which are the topic normally or generally they published, and then start doing research in that line considering your area of interest.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so
Room
much.
27.
Yes, sir. I am going to vote of thanks for today's session. Today's session, Honorable Speaker Dr. Jivan Biradar explained इतकं छान, मराठीत थोडंसंच बोलते, इतकं छान लेक्चर होतं, म्हणजे रिसर्च असून सुद्धा, म्हणजे रिसर्चवर मी आता सध्या PhD करते आणि कॉन्सेप्ट थोड्याशा क्लिअर आहेत, सगळ्यांना क्लिअर असं मला सांगते आधीच. पण सुरुवातीपासून 3 तास असे एकदम होल्डिंग लेक्चर झालं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये सर सेज डाटा कलेक्टिंग इझी असतं, पण इंटरप्शन वगैरे इंटरप्रिटेशन करणं खूप अवघड आहे, असं त्यांनी सांगितले सुरुवातीलाच. ही टोल्ड अबाउट व्हॉट इज मायक्रो डाटा, युनिट लेवल, व्हॉट इज मायक्रो लेवल डाटा टाइप्स and importance of microdata. I like accessing website and searching data access कसा करायचा त्यांनी ते सांगितलं. नंतर सेकंड सेक्शन मध्ये तेच कंटिन्यू स्टेजेस ऑफ मायक्रोडाटा रिसर्च अँड इथिकल यूज ऑफ मायक्रोडाटा, इव्हन ऍप बद्दल सांगितलं. तर पूर्ण सेशन इतकं छान वाटलं की मी आता हेच म्हणेन की हेल्पफुल आणि फ्रुटफुल सेशन झालं. तर त्यामध्ये भरपूर चांगली माहिती मिळाली आणि थँकफुल टू डॉक्टर जीवन बिरादार टू हिज लेक्चर अँड थँकफुल फॅकल्टी मेंबर डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर मराठवाडा विद्यापीठ director, coordinator, and arranging this FIP program and all about this session, and listener, thanks all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, madam, for this vote of
Thank
thanks.
you.
It's wonderful
Thank
vote of
you.
thanks. I enjoyed the session and everything. Thank you so much, all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Can I leave?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.